Okay, today we are going to teach a cue that has a lot of different uses. You can use it to muzzle train, you can use it for blood draws on the jugular area, you can use it for teeth cleaning, eye drops, all sorts of things. We're going to use it today as a service dog indication. So we're going to do an interrupter for crying, but you could use this if you do fidgety things like flipping your hair tie, or if you bounce your knee, you could train your dog to put their head on your knee. For this exercise, I'm going to go over some training concepts because my goal is not to teach you how to teach this behavior, but my goal is to teach you how to start thinking like a dog trainer so you can use the skills that you learn in this video to start teaching your dog other skills. He wants to participate. He has some anxiety lately. He's got some pain, some EPI. So he's got to have pre-soaked food. He also will check out of training a little bit sooner than he would have pre-anxiety. Buck! I'm just going to mark him for starting to participate. Yes. I'm going to get him in a stable position where you can see him. Normally I wouldn't care where he's at, but I want you to be able to see the process really well. So I'm going to have no food in this hand and a treat in this hand. Yes! And I'm going to mark him when he chooses to settle his chin on my hand. Yes! 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 So I'm gradually building duration. Yes, so that's, this dog knows chin, so that's a couple of the steps. So I was building duration by withholding my marker, and currently I want to know what the antecedent for the behavior is. Yes. So if you could answer that question. Now I'm going to add a new antecedent. So I'm going to go chin. Yes. I'm also generalizing it to make sure he can do it with both hands.
No.
Chin. Yes.
Yeah.
Chin. Yes. Now the final antecedent is kind of guessing. Chin. Yes. And try to keep my body angled so you can see. So I'm going to keep, he knows this. So I'm going to keep my hands coming out as part of the cue. But now I'm also going to add crying versus just him putting his head in my lap. That would be the final step. Yes. Yes. Once I can do that, I'm going to take my hands away completely. Yes. So this can come naturally to some dogs. This definitely does not come naturally to my German Shepherd. If I was crying before, he would go in the other room and lay in his crate. Kind of that anxiety we talked about. But now we've created a positive association with those things. So the other thing is I want him to be able to respond to the verbal cue. Chin. Yes. That way if I need it for any other cues in the future. But then I can also use it for yes. Yes marks the end of the behavior. He should be keeping his chin on my lap until I'm done. Yes, I did say that. Until I mark him YES. So. Yes. So when you're practicing this, each step is probably going to be 2 or 3 sessions. This isn't something that's taught overnight. So the first thing would be head on hand with a lure. Yes. Then add the verbal cue. Chin. Yes. Then phase the lure. No treat in the other hand. Chin. Yes. Then build duration. Chin. Yes. Now, The duration may be a whole week that you're practicing building that duration. I'm going to build it at maybe 3 seconds, increased difficulty at a time. Then you're going to put it on, get him responding to the cry. Out. So, yes. So here I'm going to switch my reinforcers because he asked to switch reinforcers. I have to be careful using them as reinforcers because he is 4, so I can't do a ton of that. Out. As much as that's his preference. Yes. A lot of times when I get to a higher, stronger, more valuable reinforcer, up, out, very loud, out, back, down. I actually have to decrease duration and difficulty because if I'm using too strong of a reinforcer, especially with anxiety and him being a German Shepherd, he'll start to pair whining into his cues. So your homework is to get your dog putting your chin on your hand without a verbal cue, or with a verbal cue for 5 seconds, and to tell me what A, B, C's were of this cue. So the antecedent, the behavior, and the consequences were of this cue. Looking forward to seeing your dog work.